Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my own bleeding. Cut my life into pieces. I've reached my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding. Do you even care if I die bleeding? Would it be wrong, would it be right? If I took my life tonight, chances are that I might. Mutilation out of sight, and I contemplated suicide. Cause I'm losing my side, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Losing my side, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine.
Welcome to the new era of the IWC. You want a place where you can be you? Do you love stories and long-term booking? Well, you have come to the right place. Hosted by your longest-reigning IWC Intercontinental Champ, one-third of the IWC Trio Champ, one-half of the IWC Tag Team Champ, and your IWC Undisputed Heavyweight Champ. So grab your beverages and your snacks. And like Bingo says, if you got it, spark it!
If you guys are tuning in right now, then you obviously want to hear what I have to say about today's show. This is the upcoming season review for the Dallas Cowboys, and we're going to go game by game, which games are going to be W's and which games are going to be L's. Now, before we start, I want to preference by saying this. The Dallas Cowboys just may be the greatest regular season team that we have seen. 3 back-to-back 12-5 records. But they had nothing to show for it each of those damn times. And we're going to get into that. We're also going to talk about the contract situations. If you're living up under a rock or just been half dead for the past week, CeeDee Lamb resigned $136 million. $100 million guaranteed for the next 4 years. I'm glad my boy got his money boomer sooner. Dak Prescott, they're still working on the contract with Dak Prescott. Also still working on the contract with Michael Parsons as well. Jerry Jones, you got to pay your people. I can give two shits about Dakota, Rain, Prescott. I think we can do better as far as maybe we can do better as far as quarterback. I'm not too sure. Again, like I said, we're going to go over games. By the time you guys see this, I will have already released a YouTube short about Dalvin Cook signing with the Dallas Cowboys. Again, I do not know how long that contract is for or how much it is for. He signed to the practice squad in hopes of maybe he'll join the main roster, per se, of the Dallas Cowboys out there on the field. We're going to talk about that as well. But before we get into anything, make sure you guys have your beverages and your snacks. And you know what I say? If you got it, spark it. We're going to talk about a lot of things today, man. I am joined here with my cousin sitting back there on his phone. I don't know what he's looking up, but anyways. But we're going to do that. Also, let's hit the like, hit that subscribe, press that bell for all notifications, and make sure you share to keep your people aware. You guys are going to love this season. Last year, you guys loved when I went crazy and started yelling and damn near breaking shit on my channel while doing the Dallas Cowboys watch along, which we'll do that again, starting with week 1 with the Cleveland Browns. Before we get into the schedule, again, I'm proud of my boy CeeDee Lamb finally getting his money. Jerry Jones, what took you so long? What took you so long? Maybe you was fighting other legal allegations out there against you. Maybe. Allegedly. I'm glad my boy CD got his money. We know that he is definitely a top 3 receiver in the league. If you guys don't believe top 3, okay, top 5. But he ain't nowhere lower than top 5. Don't at me. All right. Again, Michael Parsons, I'm sure that he will get his money. Do I want Dak to get his money? Maybe. I would rather for him to work for it this season, as far as to just, oh, well, hey, I got you to the playoffs. I deserve 60 million. Hell no. If it was up to me, you ain't getting squat, bro. You lost in the first round because you got incompetent and very complacent in how the team was moving. You didn't want to get better at the end of the year, and that's why Green Bay walked in there and walked all over y'all. All right, you started looking past them. Don't do that. When it comes to the playoffs, it's a different beast. You got to understand that it's the same way in the NHL. It's the same way in the NBA. You think Steph Curry is regular old Steph Curry during regulars, during playoffs? Hell no. You guys are crazy. Dallas Cowboys are a great, fantastic regular season team. But it matters in late December, early January. That's where it really matters. And if you can't do nothing to get over that hump, then it's either the head coach, it's either the quarterback, or it's the owner. Somebody got to go. All right. Now, yeah, I'm not going to sit here after 3 and 4, maybe 5 games and say, oh, the Cowboys, they finna go win the Super Bowl. Oh, they finna. Hell no. Hell no. Can they get out the wild card round? Can they make a divisional game? Can they make the NFC champion? I'm not even going to relish and look at a Super Bowl right now. How about an NFC championship a game? How about that? Can you do that? The season starts in just a minute here. I'm going to look up I am definitely going to pull up the regular season schedule. And as I mentioned, it starts in Cleveland. It starts in Cleveland. So let's see. Give me a second. Okay. But it starts in Cleveland, and I think it ends in either New York or ends in Philly. It's usually always one of those two, or Washington. It's usually the division is where in the divisions where the season ends. But we have a lot to talk about. We definitely have a lot to talk about, as my niece just messaged me. Great, they threw out VTO today and I missed it. All right. Let's pull up this season schedule. But I hope you guys are having an awesome day. Hope you guys are feeling good, feeling blessed, and staying positive. Hold on. All right, here we go. But yeah, we're going to talk about it. We're definitely going to talk about it. They already got the week 1 review up. Now it's going to be September 8th. It's going to be I don't know if they're going to call it America's Game of the Week, but it starts in the afternoon, about 3. It's the second game in the afternoon. So let's take a look at this. We got Cleveland. They're up first. Deshaun Watson is back. He's healthy. And I believe that the Cleveland Browns are going to try to make some noise in the AFC. I do believe that. And I don't know. I don't know. From the other team's standpoint, I wish I had another voice in here from the other team's standpoint. But Deshaun Watson, I think Nick Chubb is back this year too, which is a problem because he was a monster last year before he went out with his injury. I'm gonna go ahead and say Dallas picks up the victory, but it won't be by much. You still got Myles Garrett on that squad. You still got Denzel Ward over there on Cleveland's defense on that side. So we're gonna have to just wait and see how this first game plays out. That's really going to be the tall tale of the season. So I'm gonna give Dallas the win on Cleveland, and we're going to move on to the next week. We're going to now it's the Saints. I'm gonna go ahead and automatically give Dallas that. So that's 2-0 for Dallas. Week 3, which your boy will be at September 22nd. That is against the Baltimore Ravens. $30 stand-up tickets. Can't beat that. I'm sorry. What a game that's going to be. I'm hoping by this time we'll see 2 high-powered offenses. My boy Mark Andrews is playing with the Ravens. He is a Sooner. Of course, the CeeDee Lamb, Mark and they boys. So, you're going to see some pictures. Hopefully I can get a picture of both of them. That'll be pretty dope. I'm giving the game to Baltimore. Lamar Jackson is just too much. Zay Flowers is just too much. They got a running back court. They got Derrick Henry. They got Mark Andrews. They got a receiver. They got receivers, and their defense looks absolutely treacherous. So, and they're gonna. And when I say treacherous, I do mean scary, not in a bad way. But I think they're gonna give my Cowboys problems, and I see Dallas losing that. So now we're looking at 3-1. You got the Giants. Should be a pretty fair game. Giants don't even know who their quarterback is going to be. Do they even have a legit running back? What about the receivers? What are they going to do about that? Sterling Shepard left New York, went to Tampa Bay, and just found out that he got cut by Tampa Bay. So no more Baker and Shepard connection in Tampa Bay. I don't know. Maybe he goes back to New York and provides something for them. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm giving Dallas that win right there. So now we're looking at 4-1. We're okay so far through the first quarter of the season. 4-1 out of 5. First quarter, not too bad. Not too bad. With the only loss coming from Baltimore, I'm hoping that Dallas will just keep the momentum going. Excuse me. Then we move from the Giants and we travel up to Pittsburgh and play Pittsburgh, the Steelers, who officially named Russell Wilson their starting quarterback. So that is something to, okay, if you're a Steelers fan, you can hold your head up high on that one, and you got a decent quarterback in Justin Fields. I don't know how Pittsburgh line is, because throughout the preseason, I understand that it was a lot of second stringers, third stringers, and a bunch of rookies playing in preseason this season. We only maybe saw the starters, maybe a couple of sets out of the whole game during this preseason. I don't know. I think I may give Dallas that win against Pittsburgh just for the simple fact is I don't know Pittsburgh's front line like that. I don't know what they have. So I'm gonna do that. By the way, Cowboys do have Trayvon Diggs back. Unfortunately, Bland is with an MCL sprain. He's out for about 6 to 10 weeks. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. We'll talk about it game 1 in a couple of weeks when the Cowboys play the Browns. Hopefully I'll have a little bit more information on DaRon Bland, the all-time interception leader for the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to move right along, and we're heading to the following week. We're heading to Detroit, 8 Mile. I'm sure Eminem will be there. And, yeah, we're playing the Lions. Lions are good. Lions are really good. The Thursday night game between Detroit and Dallas, my boy Rob, he covered it for me because I was at work. That was a great game. Dallas ended up squeaking that one out when technically they probably should have lost that one, but they end up squeaking that game out. I look forward to a classic rematch this season around October 13th. October 27th is a little opportunity to get some payback. San Francisco comes to AT&T Stadium. Brock Purdy is looking like a rookie now for some reason. I have no idea why. But he's not getting the protection that he's been getting the past couple of years. Some people call this the late sophomore slump and stuff like that. I don't know. Brock Purdy is a pretty good quarterback. He was Mr. Irrelevant. Now he's Mr. 49er, I forgot whatever they call him. I don't know. Maybe I have to talk to Dr. Disrespect for that. I'm not too sure. But or my cousin Kendall, because he's a 49er fan to the end. But I think Dallas gets revenge. I think they get a little bit of payback on the just a little postseason comfort feeling from the 49ers over the past few seasons when we had to go to Candlestick and or Levi Stadium and play the 49ers. So I'm giving Dallas that win. I'm gonna give them literally a 3-point victory on October 27th against the 49ers. November 3rd, the Atlanta Falcons. This is a team that we haven't seen in about the past 3 or 4 years. The Falcons come to AT&T Stadium. Besides Bijan Robinson and I think they actually they got Kirk Cousins now. You know, you like that, you like that, you like that. We got that guy right there, and I don't think it'll be enough. Kirk Cousins is he's a solid quarterback, but it's not going to be enough. I think that defense is going to by this time. I expect the defense to be almost in ready shape in almost complete form until a couple of weeks when Deron Bland comes back. Of course, you're gonna have to work him back in and get him back into form. I mean, some of these games are definitely toss-ups. I would say that some of the games are definitely toss-up, but after the Falcons, this is where the woes are finna start for the Cowboys. You got Philly, a very good offensive line. Yeah, you ain't got Ertz no more, and you don't have Kelsey anymore. You still got Lane Johnson. This might be his last year, though. By the way, boom, son of Lane Johnson. This might be his last year in Philadelphia. But the way I look at it, Dallas will probably go one. They'll probably split it with Philly. So you probably get 1-1 with Philly. Jalen Hurts still he's still that dude up there in Philly at quarterback. Now that Philly has the additional with Saquon Barkley, and we don't know the status of AJ Brown or whatever. I ain't heard nothing about AJ Brown yet. But I'm sure that he's going to be there, and I'm sure the Eagles' offense is going to be as deadly as ever. So, but I think Cowboys and Eagles are going to split. I'm going to give Eagles this win since it's going to be in Philly. And then the following week, we play the Texans. Dallas lose. CJ Stroud. You got Schultz. I forgot the other receiver that they just picked up, but he cold as hell too. They got a great offensive line. They got a very good defense. Their special teams is very good. Houston is going to win that game. And right now, Dallas is sitting at 3 losses. Then you go to a much improved Washington Commanders team. I believe they're going to split too. Dallas may win this one, or Washington may win it. It's in AT&T Stadium, November 24th. It's in AT&T Stadium. I think I'm going to go ahead and give Dallas this win at home. No. Yeah, I'm going to give Dallas this win at home against Washington. We're going to do that. But I think when they go to Washington, I think Washington is going to pick up that victory. So we're already looking at 4 losses for Dallas. Thanksgiving, which is my birthday. I will be live on my birthday on Thanksgiving. Cowboys, Giants. Cowboys will sweep the Giants. So that'll be fine. That's the thing. That's the Thanksgiving game. And now we are down to our last 5 games. So I have Dallas as of right now already losing 4 because I'm giving Washington the last game of the season. And then I'm giving and Dallas is going to beat Philly. And then we're coming up to some tough games. We go to Cincinnati this year, y'all. December 9th, we're in Cincinnati playing the Bengals. Unless Joe Burrow is sick, unless T. Higgins is sick, I'm 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 not giving Dallas this win. They will lose. Do y'all listen? As much of a Cowboy fan that I am, I know greatness when I see it. And that boy Joe Burrow is spewing greatness. He's the only one who has beaten Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and fucking Josh Allen. The only one. Bengals beat Dallas December 9th. December 15th, Cowboy, this should be a nice little relaxing game, but don't look past it. Cowboys are playing the Panthers. And who's the quarterback? The Panthers.
Bryson
Young.
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young.
Horrible.
Got some good.
Oh, and they also picked up I forget.
If you would like, you can look it up, and you can look up the cuts and anything as far as NFL related. We'll talk about it right here. Bryce Young got some growing up to do, and I hate the fact that they just threw him right in the fire from the get-go. He can play, he can run, he can throw. He needs protection. And he might be getting a little bit back. I know they was banged up on the line. I think everybody's fully healthy now. I believe they did pick up a couple of good draft picks.
Bryce Young and Andy Dalton.
Oh, Andy Dalton is his backup.
Yeah,
wow.
Andy Dalton's still in the league.
That's crazy. Andy Dalton is Carolina's backup. Chuba Hubbard, he was hurt at the end of last year. He is back.
He seems to be their number one.
And he does seem to be their number one this year.
Deontay Johnson got the Steelers.
Yep. They did pick up Deontay Johnson from Pittsburgh. So Thielen is still there. Which he didn't do much last year. I had him on my fantasy team. He didn't really do much last year, but he did make some clutch catches down towards the end of the year. I'm giving Dallas that victory. I'm giving them, going ahead and saying about 14 Dallas wins over Panthers December 15th. Dallas gets to warm up a little bit as they head on down to Tampa and play Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We know Baker Mayfield has a couple of weapons. They have a great tight end. Now, of course, you know they got Mike Evans. Mike Evans was going to leave if it wasn't for Baker Mayfield. I think it's going to be a really good, very mucky game. And I think the running game of the Cowboys, both running games are going to be pretty good, I believe, because something about that front four on Dallas I'm not 200% about. I've really seen anything as far as what Mozzie Smith can do as far as Dallas defense, but we'll talk about that. I'm going to give Tampa Bay this win. And I'm going to give them like a 27-28 win. 27-28 win. December 29th, Cowboys is in Philly. Philly is in Dallas. Oh, yeah, I did see that. Philly is in Dallas. And I'm giving the Cowboys a victory here. I think the home team, the home crowd is going. Dallas is, throughout the regular season, Dallas was undefeated all last year at home until the playoffs when they lost to Green Bay. And in the last game, January 5th, what I say at the beginning of this video, you guys can be great all regular season, but it matters at the end of December and in the beginning of January. This January 5th, I told y'all that I'm giving Washington the victory at home, and that's the last game of the season in Washington. But because I don't know how this thing is read, if Dallas wins, if it's in Dallas, because I'm not sure if it's in Dallas or if it's in Washington, because they switch. But I'm giving Washington the win at home regardless. So that's five losses for the Cowboys. They're probably going to end up being 10-5 because of the bye week. Well, 11-5. Excuse me. My cousin's showing me some video. But Oh, Michael Parsons doing that was on talking about Michael. So Michael Parsons has been he's been going on these journeys, like he took up boxing, he's doing sumo wrestling, he's doing like jujitsu,
Oh, shit.
he done took up bike riding, like he's on this little journey to be like the perfect athlete or whatever he was talking about on his little YouTube show or something like that. So for the past 3 years, Dallas has had a 12-5 record. They might end up having the same thing, a 12-5 record, or 11-5 record, or something like that. They're going to be good in the regular season, but it counts in the playoffs. People play different. New schemes are brought out. New plays are introduced. And the Dallas Cowboys always seem to be last in line when it comes to getting the point or getting the hint. Jerry Jones always said that he wanted to hoist at least one more Lombardi trophy before he go see Jesus. At this rate, I do not believe that will happen. I said it last season, in my 30-minute rant video that I put out there. It is live on my channel. Make sure you guys go check that out. Something has got to change. You better believe that the blame, I'm not even going to say the blame, because I'm tired of using that fucking word every single year. Who to put the blame on? Who's to put the blame on? Fuck all that. I'm putting the team on two people because we know one ain't going no damn where. And I'm going to let you guys figure that out on who that one is. You got Dak Prescott and you got fucking Mike McCarthy. They're both last year. I want to pose this question to you guys. Who do you think the blame should be on if the Cowboys season fails? Because I don't want you guys to get set up for anything as far as the Cowboys. Don't sit here and be like, oh, we're going to go to the Super Bowl. You can say we can go to the playoffs all you want. I'm not impressed. That's not where it matters. Let's get to the NFC Championship before we can start thinking otherwise. You got people already predicting Dallas to go to and win the Super Bowl next year. Come on, let's be realistically about it, man. It's a problem going on in Dallas. We don't know if it's Jerry Jones. We don't know if it's Mike McCarthy. We don't know if it's Dakota Prescott. But how can it be Dak? Dak is just the quarterback out there. Dak makes the critical decisions. He decides on what to do with the ball. You got elite receivers out there. You have a decent running back core. With the addition of Dalvin Cook signed to the practice squad, he's there for you if you want to utilize him. What are you going to do? Are you going to stay one-dimensional so you can be figured out by any and every damn body in the league? You have to get better because nobody's going to take this much longer. People are going to deplete Dallas, and then what they're going to have? America's team. It gets funnier and funnier every year. And then at the end of the year, I'm going to have another 30 or 45 minute or maybe an hour video explaining why I was right the whole year to not believe. I believe in Joe Hendry, but I don't believe in the Dallas Cowboys. So what are they going to do? We were possibly looking at another 12-5, maybe an 11-6 record this year. That kind of sounds about a little bit more believable. But we're just going to have to wait and see. We're definitely just going to have to wait and see what happens. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Referring to the Dallas Cowboys in this upcoming NFL season. How did they do in preseason? If I'm looking from and I'm gonna say this with the most politeness that I can. If I'm looking from a high school coach's standpoint, they did okay. It's preseason. It's just to see what you got out there. Trey Lance, Trey Lance, son, come here. Come here. Let me holler at you for a second. Get your shit together. Immediately. Control yourself out there on that field. Because you might not last much longer. 5 picks? 5? Cooper Rush's role with the Cowboys, secure as shit. Make sure you guys hit that like and hit that subscribe, press that bell for all notifications. And this season is going to be a wild ride. I just hope you guys will be there for me through the beginning, from game 1 to game 17. Until then, guys, hey, donate to the Cash App. It's scrolling right down there at the bottom. You don't have to. I just want you guys to hit that like button. That's all I ask for. That's all I want. Get them watch time hours up so we can go ahead and be official. Y'all know what it is. It is your IWC OTC. Put them up in the air. And I'll see you guys later. Deuces. Ooses. Yeet.